Hi, this is Daniel Pichardo,
I'm Emmanuel and Daniel.
and you're watching
Club.
Real Talk. So hello everyone, welcome to Real Talk. I'm Emmanuel Noguera, and this is Daniel Pichardo.
You said I'm Emmanuel Noguera and this is Daniel Pichardo.
Yeah.
I'm Emmanuel Noguera.
Okay. So this is Emmanuel Noguera, and I'm Daniel Pichardo, and you're watching Real Talk.
Okay.
So today we're gonna talk about who again? Oh yeah, Donald Trump and Hillary Clinton, and the presidential elections. I hate to break it to you guys, but the presidential elections is
Rigged.
Emmanuel, can you explain to our viewers out there why?
About 2 weeks ago, we was doing research on how these things work, and we came across a few things here and there. But there was this one particular video that grabbed our attention that was very informative as far as that, and it is the video is called Vote for Noda. And so yeah, he gave a lot of good information about that.
Noda.
And so they explain how we the people are not even a legit candidate to be an elector. You know, electors are basically the people in the White House. The way to become a legit candidate, you have to go through some process, and it has to be I think approved by them.
Mm-hmm.
So therefore, since we're not within that institution or whatever, we are not. Our decision doesn't really matter.
Mm-hmm.
So it is up to them. It's up to the college electives to make that decisions, which is about roughly, I forgot, 438, 400. A lot of people, and which cover which they cover the decisions. You know, they're the one who makes the decisions into these things. Yeah. And unfortunately, we are just praying, as the guy in the video, Noda, said. We're just praying, hopefully, that we get this person to run our country or to guide it. Yeah.
So what my friend just explained is that basically the presidential elections are rigged. They're fake. Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, they're considered gods, right?
Mm-hmm.
Gods or some shit like that.
You gotta look up. Well, the reason why we're saying these terms, gods, and just in case if you're not too sure, look up the words of election. Look up the word of what was the other words?
Election.
Vote.
And magistrate or
magistrate.
God. Look up God.
Yeah, look at the adjectives of those words, and there's some sort of significance towards how these things work. You know, the words itself kind of portrays the subliminal messages, and if you put two and two together, and it'll start to make sense. And also there was this there's a chart that he showed about countries who have liberty to, for example, Russia. Has one of the best freedoms right now because they have the freedom to choose what president they could choose, and their votes will actually matter because they're run under what is it?
A direct
campaign.
Direct elections.
Rather, our country is run from an indirect campaign.
Indirect elections.
So, yeah.
Not only that, guys and girls, but the president of the United States is not even with us. He's a businessman. He's in the interest of the weapons. He's a CEO. He's not trying to defend the people of the earth. And we've also heard rumors that he has
Hillary does.
We've heard rumors
Well,
that
Hillary killed like over 100 people.
yeah, Hillary killed 100 people.
But she didn't do it herself. But you know, she made the demands to have them assassinated, just to keep her name at a clean slate. You know, they didn't want anybody knowing too much about them. And there's like proofs out there. The whole thing with the emails that she was sending to the, you know, CIA, some sort of secret, top secret information out there, that she even closed down the servers.
Yeah. She closed down the emails so that people wouldn't find out the crap that she's spreading around, because she basically bullshits everybody. You know, she tells people things that are not true. She puts on a smile, but yet we're hearing some guy, he researched all the people that were missing in connection with Hillary Clinton, and he found out that she has 100 people that she has killed. They say that Barack Obama also has a hit list too, right?
Oh, Barack Obama has a hit list. Yeah, I also heard that Barack and Hillary are trying to take away the right to bear arms, and there's a reason why to that, because Obama, don't know if it's true or not, but I wouldn't pass it. He is trying to pass the martial law, which is bad. Yeah.
So what does martial law mean?
Martial law means is that since the military has a higher power than the police, they're able to patrol. Instead of having the police patrolling our streets, we're going to have the military. And we're going to have to go through checkpoints. We're going to have to go through some heavy surveillance. They might even put out their concentration camps.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Did you hear that, people? Concentration
For you to
camps.
walk down to the store or something, you have to go through a checkpoint. They will have to frisk you, and you'll have some military guys walking with you to escort you wherever that you have to go.
Wow.
That is martial law.
Wow. Who's trying to do that?
Obama trying to pass that, I think.
Oh my God. So yeah, I mean, look, if you follow how the language, by the way, English is a encrypted language, you'll see that the whole presidential campaign is run in like old medieval time terminology. We elect a president, which if you look at president, you see magistrate. And then if you look up God, it has the word magistrate too. So president basically means God. And then what vote is, if you look up the anonyms for vote, it means pray. And then if you look up and so basically when we vote, we pray to Obama. You know, we pray to a God. And if you read one of the verses in the Bible, it says that, you know, false gods will come and blah 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 blah. And that's exactly what we're doing, man. We're just, you know, choosing these people who think they're gods.
False prophecy, man.
False prophets.
False prophecy.
Yeah, and they're not even, you know. You know. So, how do you feel, Manuel, as an American person?
I feel deceived.
Feel deceived. I mean, you talk a lot about like wanting to leave New York, and that you've been feeling kind of, you know, sort of second thoughts about the country you represent and the place where you live and all this other stuff.
I can't be appreciative for the good things that we do have in our country, the freedom and the freedom to really be out there. You know, we do have some privileges that we have that other countries don't have, you know what I mean, in third world countries. But it doesn't mean it's a perfect one, you know what I mean? And America is known to be a bully. They like to pick on other weak countries and, you know, and take. That's what they love to do. And I mean, there are some goods, but they're mostly covered in bad for the most part. Yeah, I've been trying to leave New York. It's just so expensive. You know, the city life is very expensive. It's very hard. Rent right now is like really skyrocketing, and a lot of this poor neighborhoods are getting renovated, and the rents are going up, and it's gonna drive away the people who are less fortunate, and we're gonna have all these middle class people come in and take over these neighborhoods, and then sooner or later they're gonna wipe out the the people who are poor, who can't afford anything, and I think we're gonna have a lot of people homeless because of that.
Yeah, like I walk around 125th Street in Harlem. We're from New York, by the way. And a lot of those people over there, there's a lot of homeless people. There's a lot of people asking for money in the street. There's a lot of people hung up off this synthetic marijuana called K2.
Yeah, really bad.
And by the way, guys, if you have anybody in your family who takes K2, you have my sincerest, what's it called?
Sincere
concerns and prayers that this person gets good, because I had a K2 addiction problem, and because of my friend here, they got me the help that I needed. I went to the hospital, and thanks to my good buddy, I'm good now. I'm in my right mind. But had I not gone to the hospital, I could have been dead right now.
Yeah.
And this all ties into what Emmanuel was saying about how America is like, I see a lot of carelessness in America. We're one of the most wealthy, materialistic countries, but when it comes to like people's well-being and people's spiritual nourishment, we just lack that.
There's a lot of lacking.
We don't care about
even people who claim that they're that they're spiritual and they're good people, they still just don't get it, man. You know what I mean? Like there's a lot of those where people doesn't really sit down because of this material that's going on and people being attached to it. And the reason why people get attached to it is because they put you in a position where it's like you don't have a choice. It's like you have to get these things, you have to get attached to these material ideas, and all the way there's no way for you to live.
Yeah, like they try to really, really bite you with the material to try and sell you whatever they can. And I wouldn't put it past America that it's like kind of they're trying to like prey on our minds to make us like low consciousness, so they could take advantage of our financial situation. You have a lot of people out there that
so this is what's ridiculous to me. There's a lot of people out there, right, who they're gifted. They go to school, they graduate, they have this great
ability.
They have this great ability. They graduate and they have their certificate in psychology or whatever. They could be a psychologist,
and
right?
they're working at McDonald's.
And they're working at McDonald's. Like, that's what's going on here, man. Like,
and if you do go down to other countries and you visit other countries, there's free college education.
Yeah.
Which is like, what are we doing? Like, we're supposed to be America, one of the wealthiest countries in the world, but we're trying to make people pay for education. What is that? I also, as far as other things like Hillary Clinton and Donald Trump, I mean, that whole election thing, I just think that's one big like parade. Like,
it's a joke, man.
Right? Like
it's a joke.
If you okay, I'm not gonna say I believe too much in conspiracy theories, because anybody could just make a conspiracy theory, and they could put it out there and they could be like, oh yeah, this is the truth, blah 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 blah.
It could be proven wrong. Yeah.
But you see over and over and over again these videos where all this election bullshit is tied into the Rothschilds, the Rockefellers, the Bilderberg, and how they're sort of manipulating that to put on a show, so that we think that we have the right to vote, and that, oh no, Hillary has a strong values and virtues, and she's against Donald Trump, and Donald Trump has his values and virtues. But yeah, after the debate is gone, these guys are going to these fancy bars and restaurants, and they're talking and they're having a good time. And some of these dictators, I said dictators, well, who knows, some of these presidents are actually family members. There's a video out there on YouTube of this little girl that she took all the family members.
Yeah, she kind of how do I say, she put the timeline together, how like they branched out as a family from the very beginning to now.
And she found out that all the presidents are connected, right?
Are related in some way, yeah.
Yeah, like couldn't it get any more bland? Like, we think that we're choosing people that represent something when they're all plotting together, and who knows what they're plotting, you know? My friend Emmanuel said here that Obama might pass martial law, you know, and if that happens, who knows what rights we have? We might have to stay inside our homes 24 hours a day, right?
Yeah, I mean, it's conspiracy theories, but I wouldn't pass it, you know. And there is some proof out there that he did mention that, you know.
What?
There is some proof out there that he did mention that.
That he talked about that.
He talked about the martial law.
But what was his reasoning? Did he give any reasoning as to why?
Oh man, it's just I'm not heavily strong. I don't heavily know too much about politics. You know, I just know a few things here and there. But my guess is somewhere along the lines of security.
Or like he was trying to
I guess secure
put like Homeland Security or whatever, trying to protect America.
So, blah, blah, blah. That's my theory. That's what I'm guessing. But you could do the research. We should do more research about that.
Yeah, we'll do more.
Elaborate.
We'll do more research, and then we'll come at you guys and we'll let you know what's up with all that, because that sounds very interesting. But I think Obama, in a way, he has a reason, right, why he should do all that. Because the Iraq, the ISIS people, they're coming in a lot and they're bombing us. You notice that?
Yeah.
Like, wasn't it like a month ago they found some dude, he works at the Subway or something like that. His father, and he was like setting up bombs on 125th or something.
Yeah. There was a couple of bombings here.
Yeah. So
pretty frequently too.
How do you feel about walking around and people are bombing?
Man, it's a little nerve-wracking, you know. So it's really nerve-wracking that this is going on, and then like it's like you're walking down the street and boom, you're just dead. You know what I mean? Like,
it's so surreal.
It's very surreal, yeah.
You could just die. You know?
And we're on the verge of like
World War III.
Yeah, man.
Before you get into that, I want to mention something. Guys, I have something very important to mention. Today, when you go out there, make sure you vote none of the above. All right.
Yeah.
Whether you know, there's some people who unfortunately are gonna vote for Donald Trump, and some people who are gonna vote for Hillary Clinton. But in my case, they're both bad. Okay. If you stay home, if you're one of those people that doesn't believe in elections, and you stay home and you do nothing, 2 to 1 could vote for Donald Trump, and because the rest of the country did not vote, they're gonna choose Donald Trump because of 2 people. So if you guys go out there and you're in the you're against the elections, make sure you vote NOTA, which is none of the above. In the bottom of the link of the description, I'm gonna put a link to Mr. Nota's video, so you guys can get a more informed and more depth look at why you should go and you should vote NOTA.
Yeah.
Yeah. So Mr. Emmanuel was going to go into what was it?
I forgot.
It was yeah. So okay, let's move on.
Yeah. Oh, World War III.
World War III. Yes.
Yeah. There's a lot of countries that are conflicting into each other. I found out yesterday from a good friend, Victor. He knows a lot about these.
Oh yeah, we have a friend named Victor Catala.
Yeah. He knows about a lot of this stuff, and he was telling me how.
Shout out to Victor. Nah, okay.
And he was telling me how, like, now that China is conflicted with ISIS. You know, China's fighting ISIS right now.
Oh, I didn't know that.
Yeah, China's fighting ISIS. Russia is fighting ISIS now.
Oh wow.
Yeah, so now we having all these countries.
Wait, are they fighting because they are friends or something?
No, and then ISIS is fighting us, and then it's just a whole mess now going on. And
wow.
Yeah, man. Like, I want to do more research about that. You know, people are saying World War III is coming soon.
Yeah, we'll definitely do more research, and we'll let you guys know, because you guys deserve to know what's going on, man.
Yeah, everyone knows.
Yeah, I mean,
this is terrible, man. Stop the war. Stop the hate.
Peace. If you guys watch a guy by the name of Infinite Waters, man, he's always telling us to be peaceful. You know, shout out to Infinite Waters. I'm shouting out a lot of people.
Yeah.
Shout out to Infinite Waters. So yeah, like, be at peace. What else can I say? You know, I still think that America has a lot of like, you know, control thingies. You know, like they're really into control, and we're a really good country. Like we really care about if someone should eat or if someone should get a plate of food or you know.
I feel like from a spiritual conception, like we're reaching kind of like a end of days type of thing, and we're gonna have to be reborn because a lot of chaos is like it's being created right now, and the karmas is like the karmas is shifting bigger and bigger and bigger, and sooner or later, you know, just this is just out of nature, you know. We are, you know, this is the universal law, you know. We are responsible for our karmas, for what we portray out there, you know what I mean. If we portray good, we have to be responsible to be good, and we get good back. Just the same way as you do good, you do bad, you are responsible for your actions, you know what I mean. You're gonna create situations in your life where it's like, why am I going through this suffering? Why is this happening? Why there's so much war? Why there's so much this? Because you're creating those situations. You're creating the probability of those situations to be higher by you doing these type of actions, you know what I mean. And you know, energy is very real to me. Thought energy is very real. What you do, what you put out there is what you receive, you know. And that's, you know, just some awareness I want to put out there.
Very good. Yeah, what Emmanuel said was very, very right and very spot on. What you put out into the energy, what you put out into the universe, you get back. So if you're putting out good thoughts and good emotions and good vibes, you're gonna get that back. If you're doing positive, productive things, you're gonna get it in return. You know, and what America is, you know, I'm not a Christian guy. You know, people try to like yesterday, my friend was telling me about, you know, he was in church and they tried to convert him and he felt some type of way about that, or he didn't really enjoy it. But we believe.
I believe in God. It's just, I just got put on the spot and I felt a little awkward.
Yeah.
But you know, I don't judge anything. However way you can find God is just beautiful. It doesn't matter how you find him. Just make sure that it's just pure and it's very honest. You know what I mean? That you, however you find God, you know, just make sure that there are no ties that would kind of like make it bad. You know what I mean? Like there's no ties where it's like you may feel like there's something wrong with what you're doing. You know what I mean? For you finding God should be something a beautiful, profound experience. You know what I mean?
Yeah, I mean, what was I gonna say about the Christians?
The fanatics.
Yeah.
Talking about like the crazy fanatics.
Yeah, right? They try. We believe. Well, I forgot all of that. But anyway, you know, I Christians, Christianity. I just think that's a very, you know, I don't disagree and I don't agree too much with what was said in the Bible. You know, I really, some of the wisdom really hits home. Some of it is a little, far out there. You know, and just, you know, America, I feel like, you know, we live in this country and, you know, we're supposed to have rights. And I don't think it's right that we have indirect elections.
Yeah.
I just think that's really messed up. And we as people need to stand up and we need to do something. And I guess in a way, this real talk, you know, that's the collective trying to tell us like, yo, let's do something about it.
Yeah.
You know? We shouldn't allow, you know, these gods to take rulership over us. We should be more responsible.
There is only one God.
Yeah.
One God, one truth, one unicity, one love.
Yeah. So who do you think might win? Do you think that we won't choose nobody?
I don't know, man. I'm hearing like they might put in Trump.
Yeah, I've been hearing that too. But if that guy wins, bro.
Ooh, man.
Damn, yo. Guys, come on, man. Okay, leave me some of your comments. Let me know if you're choosing Hillary or you're choosing Trump, cause I don't
I'm
know.
curious, yeah.
You're curious, right?
Mm-hmm.
And let us know your reasons why you think Hillary or why you think Trump. Cause to me they're both just
It's
evil.
not gonna help, yeah.
Yeah. And I think that Hillary would be a little better, and I put emphasis on a little, because she's just a little more professional about how she goes about things, even though she might have some skeletons in her closet. But yeah, you know.
Mm-hmm. How many time we got left?
4 minutes. We could wrap it up here if you want.
Yeah, so alright, so yeah, just leave. We haven't seen any comments yet. What's going on?
Yeah, man. I mean,
Yeah, I mean, if whoever's listening, man, the few 5 or 3 viewers we have, man, come on, man. We only need one person to make a difference. Just put it out there. One person put something, and somebody else sees it, and they put something. You know, just spread it. Spread it as much as you can. You know, this is what it's all about. It's about helping you, helping me, helping everybody.
yeah, man. Let us know how you think about what's going on in America. You know how, who you think should be voted for president, or if you think nobody should be voted for president. Because are you gonna vote no?
Yeah, I think I am.
You're gonna go do it?
Yeah.
I'm gonna go with you. Yeah, so me and Emmanuel are definitely gonna go to the elections, which you could go to any peak public school, right?
Yeah, like across the street from my building, literally, you could do it.
Yeah, there's a school over there across the street from Emmanuel's building, and you just go over there and you make sure you bubble at none of the above, and it's good. You're giving yourself, well, we could say that we're saying we're trying to not, but then there's these electoral office people. And let me tell you something about electoral office people. All right. Electoral office people, before they're chosen to do their job, they pledge allegiance to a party. So if I were an electoral person and I go into electoral college, I have to pledge allegiance to being a Republic or a Democrat. So that means that I have to choose Donald Trump or I have to choose Hillary Clinton. It's not like you guys voted or prayed.
Yeah.
And then I'm like, oh, so we got all these votes, blah, blah. Nah. If the popular vote goes to Hillary and I pledged to be a Republic, I have to choose Donald Trump. So that's how it is. And it's really fucked up. But what are we going to do?
We can do something. That's the thing. We just choose not. We choose not to, or we feel like we're overpowered. We feel like we're overwhelmed by these people, but we don't. You do have the free will to do something. So, yeah, that pretty much covers it in today's episode. I'm Emmanuel. This is Danny. So see you next time.
Peace.